EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. On the set. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Ready, ready. On the ground, here's Quinshawn Judkins. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready up. 2nd down and 8. They're on the toss here with Judkins. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he gets this one past the 30.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, Sanders. That's caught. It's Isaiah Bond. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a 1st down. So a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
70,
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. 70 Lions. Trap 60. Trap 60.
From the gun, it's Sanders. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Shador. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
Come on. Come on. Hey, 19, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
To throw again is Sanders. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Steelers, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
58.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Rodgers taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On 4th down, they snap it to Rodgers. That is caught. It's Valdez-Scantling. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position, out of bounds at the 3. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. A gain of 69 yards. Johnson, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent.
And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike, it is because we don't see it very often in a world of the ever-increasing touchback. We don't see a lot of returns in this league, so when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So after 1, it's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and
working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That one caught by Smith. And he's going to have the Steelers' first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Rodgers. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. A pretty good comeback, to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to fourth down. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. But it works out as they convert on fourth down. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh, Lord, I'm a rookie in the game.
On the give, it's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9. Rodgers now. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers.
First and goal. Quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
They'll try to run with Johnson. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Easy. They'll try to pick this up with a run. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready,
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Pat. 19 Tigers, 19 Tigers. Go.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. And that's going to be incomplete. But there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out.
Viking 18. Ready. 60 ball catch. 60 ball catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. That's caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 36 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Ready, ready.
It is 2nd and 9.
at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Go. Ready, ready.
They go play action with Sanders. Open man, and that's Tillman. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Sanders. And that is incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That is caught. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down for Aaron. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Hickman. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Get it. 19, Cowboy 80. Ready.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Now Sanders to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Hufford very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
On third down, Sanders. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he will score. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Austin brought in motion. The master of play action, Rodgers. He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Marquez Valdez Scantling, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That's taken in. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. Big play there. Gain of 14 on 4th and 10. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't decent defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Rodgers going up top again. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. First and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Rodgers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
At the Browns' 31-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line and in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Two-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw, and that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick two if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way.
Well, Mike, you don't see this too often in the NFL. The rare pick two. Now, it won't go down in the stat sheet as an interception for either guy, but the effort won't go unnoticed. For him to go the entire length of the field at the end of this drive certainly ends on a high note after giving up that touchdown. That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
We're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. But the defense quick to read this. They bust in, drop him before he can take that shot downfield.
Let's go. Cut 19. Cut 19. 18.
From the gun, it's Shador. Thrown left side. The catch is made. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Fourth down. Here's Sanders. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second and 20 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's going to air this one out. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Tackle made at his own 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Deputy. Deputy Lions.
They run it once more with Judkins. That one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Okay, ready?
3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
It is 3rd and 10.
70, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Steelers 25.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
On first down, it's Sanders. Open man. That is Barnes. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try the left side with Judkins. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 50.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Downfield for Njoku. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, Get back in the huddle and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On the set.
2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 6. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 19 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
The Browns will line up for the 2.
Now, Shador. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Keeps the score, Browns 37. Steelers.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
That ball's going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. We'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
And the Steelers' 1st down.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll let one go down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And 10.
Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. Again, working deep downfield. And he will score. Game on. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown Steelers. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers have cut the deficit to 5.
37. Steelers 32.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Let's go now. Ready.
Sanders, little pop pass here. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Sanders. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
19, Charger, 19. Ready.
Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass, but he's not going to be able to get rid of this. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. He'll try to throw for him with Sanders. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the 1st down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on the other side.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Warren. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They come to the line needing 6 yards for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
And it's a big-time sack by the defense, but, Mike, you just can't take these sacks if you're the quarterback. End-of-game situations, you're trying to make something happen and come from behind. You have to understand throwaways. I don't care if you have to put the ball in harm's way. You have to take a little bit more chances here. These negative sacks, they cost time, they cost yardage, and they really make this even a more difficult hole to climb out of.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. That's holding at the 2. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Back row 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Top 50. Top 50. Let's go.
Now it's Sanders. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Set. 18. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70.
Sanders will throw it. Looking deep here for Tillman. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up, just trying to make something happen. And the ball's loose on the field. And they are going to get this one back. Wouldn't that be something? Double turnovers, but instead, they'll keep possession after the interception. First down for Aaron. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball and will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP.